Previously on Treasure Ball. The crew of the Bloody Terror plunders the briny depths to find their treasure, a disc to bring back to the Pirate King Holbrooke, coordinates toward more treasure. Captain Lee and her crew learn of the Townsend, a lost ship ripe for plundering. But before they can leave port, the bastard Montgomery finds his bastard way in, always one step ahead of Captain Lee. But the intrepid crew install a cloaking device and make their way out of port on a journey toward the colony of Maynerth and beyond, to the unseen where lies the Treasure Ball.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back to Treasure Ball, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, we're back at it again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we are. We are back at it again.
Greatest pirates in the goddamn universe here.
Absolutely.
If you couldn't tell, they did not expect me to do that.
Maybe not the accent.
You guys didn't like it?
It was
No,
good. It was good.
so
it was funny.
good. It was
just
so good.
Yeah, we did not expect it.
Okay, so you guys have just left the port where Holbrooke was.
Yeah.
You have your coordinates. Abel has them kind of like written down. You can punch them in for sure. You know the way toward the colony of Maynerth, which kind of is around the immortal star.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And
What
then
kind of
beyond
place
that-
is Maynard? Is it kind of backwater?
Give us our world building.
Yeah, it's kind of backwater because it's very much at the it's on the fringes of the galaxy. So it's where like the Admiralty never goes. It's just kind of there. It's the fringes of the fringes, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the edge of known space.
Exciting.
Yeah.
It's gonna take us like a week to get there?
It'll take you a week to reach the colony,
Okay.
and then another 5 days to reach your coordinates. You know what Holbrooke called the unseen.
I am sure it will be smooth sailing.
Absolutely.
Nothing bad's gonna happen. you
We
know.
get some nice quality time with the crew, like
Yeah.
Jordan and Rupert and
Bonding.
George and Rhombus and Rufus and Hector. You know, everyone that I've written down on this list. We play card games.
Absolutely. I know of this game we can play with dice. It
Ooh,
will be very enjoyable.
Oh shit.
pray tell, dear Abel.
Are we gonna do tabletop Inception right now? Are your guys' characters gonna play an RPG?
They call it fate. Now, be sure to have 4 dice and not 1
Damn it, we've only got one die on this goddamn ship
between all of us.
between all of us.
Oh, we would.
Oh, and then Rhombus accidentally eats it.
All right.
We're very good pirates. We have the greatest crew.
Yep.
Yep. Only the best for us on the Bloody
Only
Terror.
the best.
So you guys are floating in the backwaters of space, kind of heading out away from Holbrooke's port. You're about a system, maybe 2 systems away at this point. You can kind of see. You can see in your plotting that you'll be at the next star fairly soon.
Awesome.
That's very
Awesome.
nice.
It's not really a planned stop, you know. You guys basically got everything all together to make it all the way to Maynerth.
That's because we're very good pirates.
Yeah.
If we stop, it gives Montgomery a chance to catch up with us, so...
Yeah, and
Gotta
we
be
do not
careful.
want that.
No, we do not. Bastard.
Yeah, he's not a bastard.
Absolutely.
And at this point, you see, as you guys are floating forward, heading toward this star, you guys hear you feel kind of like a jostle in the ship, and kind of you hear like a crash from down below.
Oh, no. Rhombus do this time.
What did he do?
I'm gonna go down and check on it.
Yeah, I'll stay by the wheel.
Yeah, gotta keep that man.
It's funny, you know, Abel, you actually don't need to keep it manned, but you can't find it in your heart to tell Captain Lee that it's automated.
Yeah.
Yeah, please keep me in the dark about this.
She just loves
Absolutely.
it too much, you know. It's
Maybe.
like it's like when you give kid brother or something the other controller that isn't plugged in.
maybe. Probably at a previous point you tried to tell me, and Captain Lee goes, no, stop. leave.
Please, Lee. Technology hasn't advanced that much.
I refuse to listen to this.
Spaceship.
Except, you do have a legitimate use there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it may be automated, and you may not know that. You still, you can still perform like emergency stuff that the automated stuff can't do.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
What if we need to suddenly change course or something? I'm there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Abel would actually do that.
That's true.
Shut up.
Changing course is not necessarily an emergency thing. You just input it in on this pirate ship in space. I love this setting. So, Abel, you head down to investigate the kind of rumble and the noise down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You head down there, and you're met by Rufus, kind of like walking up the steps next to you, and he's kind of like wiping the oil off of his hands, and he says, Abel, we have a problem.
Oh no.
I mean, I kind of figured. What happened this time?
It's the fuel container. It's leaking.
Shit.
No. Fuck.
How is it leaking? Is there a hole in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Been leaking for a little bit. Hasn't really had any problems yet, but...
Well, I mean, yet. That's not the kind of thing you want to wait for problems.
No, it must have happened back on Holbrooke Station, honestly. We've spent much longer than these couple of days.
Do I suspect foul play?
You haven't seen the damage.
I'm gonna go. I want to go
Yourself.
check it out.
Okay. He leads you down to the bottom level where lays like the engine and a lot of the other stuff as well. Insert random mechanical terminology.
Yeah.
Insert boat term here.
But he leads you down, and you do see that you see like on one of the screens, because like the fuel container isn't like kept inside the ship for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Because you don't really want a boom boom right in the middle of the ship. That's Rhombus's term.
Yeah.
We've all adopted it. It's solidarity.
I would not have adopted it.
But but you're looking at the screen, and you see that the fuel is very low on one of the two fuel tanks.
That's not great.
You still have one that has the automated systems have basically started pulling from the other one.
Do we have any extra fuel containers?
No, you kind of just fill it up. It's like you don't.
Okay.
You don't have like an extra tank in your car.
Oh. Well, it's space boats.
How dare you? Space boats still have logic.
Does the damaged fuel container have any fuel left in it?
No.
Fuck. Okay. Is there a way I can actually physically check on the fuel container to see how it looks, how it's been damaged?
Yeah, you could climb on the outside of the ship.
Okay. I'll do that.
Latch yourself on the side. You don't need a
some rope
spacesuit
around
because like atmosphere around the ship kind of like extends.
Can I
But if
bring
you
a
fall, then,
spacesuit? Can I
You
bring
guys
a
don't really
spacesuit
keep
anyway?
spacesuit because you guys are manly
We're the
pirates.
worst
You're not
pirates.
little
We
bitches.
can just put some rope around you.
Exactly.
And if you float away, we can just pull you back in.
I sense that this might be an issue that Abel has had with the whole crew, and everybody else is like, "What's your problem? Just tie a rope." And Abel's like, "But what if it falls?"
We have rope. We have
And
rope,
everybody's
and
like,
that's all we need.
I don't agree, but all right. I'll go with the rope outside the ship to check on the fuel container.
All right. So you come back up and do you relay anything to Captain Lee?
Yeah, I
She
do.
just
Yeah,
stands there
please,
with the
thank
wheel in
you.
hand, like
Of course,
Steamboat
she's
Willie.
the captain.
Yes,
I tell her
Abel?
everything.
Shit.
Yeah, the fuel container is damaged and empty, and I want to check on it.
Fuck.
Make sure there's no foul play.
Do you want the rope? Of course you want the rope. You want the
No, I'm
spacesuit.
gonna just float out there in space, see what happens. Yes, I want the rope.
I'll get you the fucking rope. Do you know how much fuel in terms of times do we have left?
How much fuel do we have? Are we gonna have to make a stop? Probably.
You definitely will. You
Okay.
basically have enough for another few days, but
Okay.
based on your path that you've taken, that there's not another colony in those few days.
Yeah. Okay. But there's somewhere nearby to stop.
There is. Yeah.
Okay.
The star that you're
There.
coming up to is one of the last colonies before you.
Then I will
you reach
punch in those coordinates
Maynerth.
and then get the rope.
Alright, fine, I'll get you a fucking rope and you want a spacesuit in it. And then I get the rope and I chuck it April's way, and then I go up and plug in the coordinates.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you you get yourself all strapped in, tied off.
I want George to hold the rope.
George
You trust
ties him.
George?
Yeah.
George, well, George is the one who ties the knot.
Okay.
You know, it's a nice admiralty knot,
I respect that. All right.
and he's there to hold it. But anyway,
Okay.
yeah, you head down, kind of like careening off the side of the ship, almost, I guess, rappelling down.
Yep.
And you get down there toward the fuel gauge, and you do see like the last little bit remnants of fuel, kind of like, you know, literally just spilling out and kind of floating in space.
Oh, what a waste. Space doesn't need that fuel
Space doesn't have an engine.
that we know of.
Secret engine.
That's Abel's theory. Space is like a ship in and of itself.
I like this.
Great.
All right.
But yeah, you get down there, you look at it, and sure enough, it's leaky. It could be from overuse or from not repairing it. I mean, do you want to? Basically, you're trying to see if it's
been tampered with.
If it's been tampered with. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see if the bastard got his stinky little hands on it.
Okay, go ahead and make a, I guess, clever roll.
Oh, nice. I have a plus
No.
3 to that.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, that's a 3, a 2, a 2, and a 1. So that's 3 negatives and a neutral?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then I have a plus 3. So,
So you cracked even on that one.
yeah,
You got
okay.
a 0. Okay. Looking at it, you can't really tell. It could be really anything. It most looks like wear and tear to you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I guess you can maybe fix it when we get into port. Alright, I'm gonna take the rope back onto the ship.
What's the damage, Abel?
Just looks like normal damage. Overuse, not being repaired quickly.
Fuck. When
I don't
was the
think the
last time
bastard
we
had
did
anything to do with it.
it? Okay. I wonder when was the last time we got it repaired or serviced.
Too long ago.
Might have been a...
Definitely
Yeah.
before the fight that you had on that planet.
Shit.
Ooh, that was... we maybe should have done that.
This is what happened when Montgomery gets involved. We get careless. We just hate him that much.
Yep. We hate the bastard just so goddamn much.
He is a bastard.
Yeah, he's the bastard.
Well, hopefully we can fix it when we get into port and get new fuel. It's not a planned stop, but I mean, it should be fine.
Yeah, honestly, and... What's up, boy?
What's the worst that could
Holbrooke.
happen?
What? No! Abel! What did we tell
Flash
you?
forward. Flash forward.
The ship's
There's
on
like
fire.
a fire on the ship. Yeah. You hear like explosions in the background.
Rhombus is like dead.
Yeah, exactly. There's a body on the ground. Flashback to you guys now.
Abel, what did I say about those words on this ship?
Not to use them, I know. I
That,
know.
yeah. I'm sure Holbrooke will be fine with us being a few days late on the delivery.
Yeah. It'll be good.
You guys come forward, finding your way toward the star, where there is a colony of Meridian. You have it marked on your map.
That's a nice name.
Meridian. I'm gonna write that down.
It's the planet and the colony. It's kind of like the names are just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same.
For sure.
Yeah.
Most planets, especially out here on the fringes, kind of just have a single colony on the
Right.
planet.
Right.
But you guys see the big planet coming up on you, or I mean you coming up on it. You see on your sensors, Abel,
Mm-hmm.
that there's another ship close by.
Okay, is it one we recognize?
I mean, off of your sensors,
Okay,
no.
so nothing pings. Alright.
Yeah.
Is it behind us? In front of us?
It's kind of in front of you. It's just
Okay.
kind of floating there in the atmosphere above the colony.
Okay. Is it a big ship? Bigger than ours? Smaller than ours?
It's about the same size.
Okay. Alright.
Is it our kind of ship? Or the... What's their name? What's the Navy's name?
Oh, the
Anthony?
Admiralty?
Admiralty. Is it an Admiralty ship? Or...
Do you want to try and read it on the map?
On your sensors, you kind of like you pull up some data on it, trying to lock into it. You see kind of an image of it, and it seems to be just kind of floating there. But the thing that's kind of unique about it is just that it's alone. There aren't any other ships like, in the skies. Most other ships are like grounded down on Meridian.
Okay.
Can we physically use our eyes to look at the ship?
It's
to
too
see...
far.
Okay.
Can we get like out a long glass or something?
Do we get a telescope and point it in the ship's direction to see what kind of ship it is?
I like that. Okay, you get your telescope out and look out into the black of space toward the planet, and you do see that there is what appears to be a galleon.
Okay,
very well
thank
put
God.
together. The sails put away. They're like solar sails, kind of put away, and sure enough, it is just floating there.
This is very suspicious.
Yes,
you should
it
approach
is.
Cautiously.
Yes.
Okay, and you guys are cloaked.
Yeah.
That's right. Do we
Wait,
just stay
so-
cloaked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Awesome.
I have a question, because last time was a long time ago. Not really. Are we cloaked to look like another ship, or are we cloaked like we're invisible?
Invisible.
Okay. Alright then. Okay. We should be all good.
It's like the Admiralty could
So,
probably
do you want
see
to try
you.
and just
Yeah,
like
but-
pass by it?
They're shit, so that's fine.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah, fuck them.
So, what were you saying?
Can we try and
Cautiously.
just sail past them?
Yeah, you can just go straight to the planet if you want.
Well, I was thinking maybe get close enough to see them, but
Oh, okay.
sail past.
Sure,
Maybe
yeah.
we should get cannons ready, just in case this is a trap.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, just,
this is...
be ready.
This could obviously
Alright.
be a trap for salvagers, because, if you've got your ship here, it's like, oh, it's suspiciously empty. A salvager could come by and go, oh, let's take all this nice good ship stuff, and then you could surprise attack them, take their stuff. So, this could be a salvager trap.
That's
And think of all
good
the
point.
organs.
No, that was one time. Special case.
It only takes one time.
Yeah, good point. So, we're not going to fall for this trap, but we're going to look. Quick
Okay.
squeeze.
So, since you are, trying to do this, and you have to take it off of, the automatic
Nice. Yes.
pathing. So, Captain Lee, since you're the one sailing,
Mm-hmm.
will you make a careful roll?
Sure. Okay, that's 6.
So that's a +1.
Right, I'm writing it down. 1.
Single die for
A
fate.
negative. Shh. I have a set.
I'd like to point that out to the audience.
3. That's neutral, right? 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have a set of all the important die, but just 1. Whoa. And
Even rolling one die at a time, it's still faster than D&D.
and
Heyo!
Oh,
Now we've
there's-
just
that's
alienated.
our alienation.
Yeah. And I got a 5, which is I think another +1.
Yeah. So
Plus my 1 careful, so that's 3 plus 3.
So +3 total?
Yep.
Okay. And remember, you can always, if you want to invoke something, you can invoke the mask.
Oh, yes. See, I
Which
don't
is
have a
something
list.
we haven't dealt with fate points yet.
Yeah, well,
That's
also
right.
you haven't given us a list. You have the list, but we don't.
What do you mean? We went over the list together. It's not my fault you didn't write it down.
shit, that's fair.
Fuck.
How many fate points do we have again? To
3.
start?
3,
At
right?
the start.
Okay.
Is it the
Okay.
start of each session?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Alright. So, yes, I'm going to invoke the mask. The cloaking device we currently have.
Okay. Which means that you can either re-roll or just add 2.
I would like to add 2.
Okay, so 5?
Yep.
Okay, cool. With that, you manage to float up and not really be seen or trigger any sensors or any suspicions or anything. As you float up and you see at the safest distance that you can get without breaking the mask,
Mm-hmm.
you see that the ship is crewed. There are people on board.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we recognize them?
No,
Do they look like they're in trouble?
not really.
So they're just hanging out on a suspicious-looking ship.
Exactly. You see like one of the crew members with their own spyglass, like looking down toward the planet. In a comical fashion, because, you shouldn't be able to see all the way down to a planet with a spyglass
I mean, it's
from, like, above the atmosphere. But you know what? You can. Fuck it.
yeah,
Yeah.
really fancy spyglass.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so maybe my theory was right. Just
Do you think maybe they're planning to attack the port?
Or their plan was to attack newcomers, and then just sell the salvage down on the colony below. Or to attack the colony, that is an idea. Or maybe attack anyone who's coming up from the colony.
Well, thankfully, we're invisible.
Yeah, we're so
fuck
good.
them.
So I think when we leave this planet, we better have our cannons at the ready, just in case.
Okay.
Alright, and we keep going.
Let's sail into the port.
All right, you sail down. Once you reach, a certain level of atmosphere, the cloak kind of like fades away. It only really works like out in the vacuum of space,
Yeah.
Okay.
You float down to the port that's sitting there on this colony. Like you know how in like old piratey times they a colony was like a small town basically, or sometimes like a large city, like Havana or something like that. Definitely it's a bit bigger than that, but it's kind of just a big city.
Awesome.
Nice.
And it's right there like on the ocean, next to the bay, kind of tucked away in like canyons, and you see like some like jungle, down toward the southern end of it.
Ooh, jungle.
Yeah, it's a Caribbean city.
Nice.
All right,
Okay,
but you head down, the mask kind of fading away. You see that you're being hailed right now. There's kind of a blinking on your console.
Okay. Let's respond to it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
You're hailed. The console opens up as you accept it, and you see on the other end an image of a clean cut man with like a nice pressed suit, instantly recognizable Admiralty.
Oh no.
Shit.
Okay.
Shit.
I hide my hook hand behind my back.
I take off my captain's hat and like kind of fix my hair up.
Yeah.
I signal someone to put rhombus below.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of this happens,
Or I try and get George, like, George, come here, fuck.
and the man stands there with his hands clasped behind his back, and he asks, what's your business here in Meridian?
Refueling.
May I see some credentials? And you know that you can just like send them to him.
Yeah, let's send him some credentials.
Okay. We're pirates, but we live in the digital age. So we must
what
have
do our
some
credentials say?
I think it's
We
a little
must have-
beyond the digital age.
Okay, yeah. But we must have like fake papers.
Yeah, do we like ship things in our fake papers? Is that what we are?
Why don't you guys
Yes,
decide?
we are.
I would assume that you guys have some sort of falsified documents.
Yeah.
We could be like
we're
hauling cargo or something.
Yeah, we're a cargo ship. We're
Yeah.
private
Cargo ship?
contractors. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically true.
Yeah.
Not even
We're
a
doing that
lie.
right now.
Yeah.
We're going to a
That's
spot.
like the legal, version of a pirate.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so you send them to him, and we are going to call this this aspect falsified documents.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just gonna write that down.
You
Yeah.
send them to him, and you see that there's some silence as he like kind of goes over it for a moment. You see he kind of goes over it for a bit longer than makes you necessarily comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
This is a scare
'cause-
tactic. This is a scare tactic.
And he nods. What's your name on the falsified documents?
Isabella. Captain Isabella. It can't be Lee, because everyone knows Lee is the organ stealer. Chow. Captain Isabella Chow is the captain of the cargo ship.
Uh-huh.
The lovely Lily.
I like that name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Isabel
Well,
Chow.
he nods his head. Smooth sailing, Captain Chow. Thank you for your cooperation. And he cuts off the line before you can respond.
Thank God.
Yeah, make sure it's actually off.
Yeah, well, Abel, make sure it's off, dummy. And then I go, meeting! Boat meeting!
I like that boat meeting. Okay. Yeah, everybody comes up from their posts as you float down towards the towards the colony. And at this point, Abel, something that you can never get used to, because this isn't how it is in pirate like ports that you go to, which is where you're most comfortable. But as soon as you're accepted in, you immediately kind of get locked in, almost like a tractor beam, down toward where you're going to be parked. You have no control.
Yeah.
So
Put us in a shitty parking spot. It's not close to everything.
But at this point, as you walk down toward the meeting, Abel looking off to the side, and Captain Lee also, you do see some bays like cut out of the jungle, with Admiralty ships sitting there, which as we've gone over off recording,
They're bitches.
yes.
well, okay, sure, sure.
That's not fair. Go on.
That's not what we went over, but
No, it's not.
basically like Admiralty ships are like the typical, like what you'd expect out of a sci-fi setting. It's
right.
like Star Trek style ships.
They're not as cool
like
as
kind of
us.
sleek, kind of sleek, definitely like better
Yeah.
than your guys' ships, but it's kind of one of those things that after leaving Earth and then promptly forgetting the coordinates back and losing the planet, everybody had those kinds of ships. And then, later on, these like old style galleons were built.
Because it's just cooler.
And it's not just
Yeah.
pirates that use them either. They had their uses, like, they required less like resources to build. So they became fairly common. But the Admiralty still hangs on to those like old style ships, which ironically look like new sci-fi sleek stuff. But that's like the old world stuff in this world.
Yeah.
Still better though. Definitely faster
Yes.
than your guys's.
That's a matter of perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not though. They
It
can zip
is.
around.
This
That
is
doesn't make
this.
it better.
It's the same reason why we don't tell Captain Lee everything's automated.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so
Okay.
you go down to you have a group meeting.
Yep.
Boat meeting. Okay.
Rufus
Civilian clothes.
is still like, he comes up, he's still like wiping grease off his hands. It's basically what he's always doing.
Yeah.
That's his idle animation.
Yeah. Okay, so Captain Lee kind of stands at the front, normal boat meeting positions. Everyone's in their positions, which is nice. And then Captain Lee goes, okay, we're going to act civilians here, because this is Admiralty space, which we did not know about. Sorry about, guys. So, civilian
George
names.
kind of grumbles to himself.
You retired, George. Remember your story. Civilian names. Civilian clothes. Alright? Rhombus, you stay in the ship. Everyone stay in the ship unless I tell you to. Alright? You don't spread nothing. No pillaging. No whores. No drinking. You stay clean. Alright? Remember, you work for the lovely Lily. I'm Captain Chow. Okay? Everyone else, you know your civilian names? And then, Captain Lee's, waiting for the yes.
Rupert raises his hand.
Yes, Rupert.
Oh no.
Okay, what did
Rhombus
you drop,
drops-
Rupert?
Rhombus actually dropped a cup.
Oh, Rhombus, this is why you stay on the ship, okay? You would not fit in normal civilian society, because they give you cups an awful lot.
Rupert, though, he, when you address him after the cup debacle is over, says, but you're Captain Lee.
Yes, okay. Rupert, you stay on the ship, you
It's
don't
like-
talk to anyone.
It's like,
Okay.
remember playing pretend when you were a kid? And you used a different name? It's like that.
Rupert
Remember
shakes
improv?
his head. I don't like it.
Do you remember the improv sessions we had as a group activity a while ago?
That's right.
It's like that.
I like
It's
this.
like
I
that.
really like I love the pirate ship that does group, team building exercises.
It's why
It's-
we're such good pirates.
It's because we're a team and we work together. And Rupert, if you can't, just don't talk to anyone and stay inside the ship, okay? If you can't remember to use my civilian name, Captain Chow, or your civilian name, okay?
He nods.
Ralph,
Okay, good work.
maybe?
Yeah, they're all our names, just 'cause it's easier for them.
You guys head into port. Everybody else is perfectly fine. They've
Okay.
done. You guys have done this before.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the most difficult jobs you guys had, but you came out of it pretty much unscathed, was deep into Admiralty space, kind of toward the center of civilized space.
Hell
It's because
yeah.
we had all this plan work.
You don't like going there.
No,
No.
we don't like Alright. Refuel. We gotta get fuel.
You guys are pulled pulled into port, you hear the crash of the waves as you get pulled into the bay, and hear a loud lock as you're locked into place.
I don't like that.
It's less like Holbrooke's, where it's free for all. You can come park yourself and then leave immediately. Instead, you have to basically get permission to leave.
Yeah.
Abel, what is your civilian name?
Ethan.
Babel? Okay, Ethan.
Ethan Rifton.
Ethan
Instead of
Rifton.
Clifton. Yep, that's me.
Okay, alright, from now on, civilian names.
Gotcha, Captain Chow. Gotcha.
Thank you, Ethan.
I wink at her.
I wink back with my one eye.
So you
It's a
blink.
blink.
I put up my civilian hand.
Yeah, it's one of those crummy, it's like 21st century prosthetic hands, so it's really bad.
Yeah.
Nice.
I take off the hat, I get changed into civilian clothes. I look like a businesswoman.
Okay. Your ship sits here locked into place and in the bay in port, and you head off onto the colony. And you can't help but remember and think about the ship that's up there just kind of floating.
Maybe we could ask about that? If it's not too suspicious?
Oh, I think the pirates up there may have a plan, and I don't exactly want to give the Admiralty a heads up to their plan.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe they couldn't get down here. Maybe they didn't have the credentials for it.
Maybe we can hook them up with our guy.
I don't know, they could be dicks. I don't know if I want to do that.
Good point. But I also want to, disrupt the Admiralty system as much as I can. The more
That's true.
fake pirates, fake credentials, the better it is for everyone. We could even dismantle this entire colony and their control over it.
Hell
We're doing an awful lot of pirate talk while we're meant to be civilians.
Let's
stop.
do
Let's
civilian
stop this.
talk.
Let's do civilian talk.
Did
Have
you
tried
catch
the
that
brownies?
sports ball game?
Yes, it was a lovely, lovely ball game. The
Yeah,
way that
it sure
the ball,
was.
it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I catch it
As you're
every
walking down
day
the
of the
port,
week.
like a boy who's loading stuff up, he's, are you talking about the sports game?
Yep.
Yep, and then I keep walking.
He seems disappointed, but he keeps loading stuff in.
We're great at being civilians.
Absolutely. All right.
Great civilians.
Where do we buy fuel? How do we refuel?
Just a refueling station.
We also
you
need
can
to get.
Basically, you'll talk to like the dock master.
And we need to do
ask him-
repairs.
fuel repairs.
Okay.
Hell yeah, let's
So
do
you
that.
kind of head towards the.
Shit. They
What?
don't do gold here. They do credits, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm sure we have some credits.
We have credits, of course. We've stolen from them before.
Yeah. I'm sure we're smart enough to convert some of our gold into credits.
Yeah,
Jordan
okay,
is
I've got the
walking
credits.
with. Jordan
Okay,
is
thank
walking
God.
with you, and he nods to you like, yeah, we have credits.
Okay.
Like it's
Okay,
fine.
thank God, okay. This is very stressful. Okay.
He every once in a while he'll like liquidate your assets and put them into credits. Some of them.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. We love Jordan. He's great at this job.
We do.
Mm-hmm. I think is that the rule of the ship. The R names are like they're bad, but the J, like Jordan, George.
Yeah.
Well,
one
Rufus
of the R names
is a
isn't
smart
bad.
boy. Yeah.
I know, Rufus and Hector, but still.
Yeah. I think we just were bad at naming things.
Yeah, I think that's closer to the truth.
I was there.
Well, I did most of the naming, so.
I know.
Okay. Yes. Refuel and ship repairs.
Yeah, let's find that harbor master.
Yeah, you head over toward the harbor master, and you see that there is like a line of a few people. You notice that, some of them have their like paperwork in hand, stuff like that.
Alright, let's join the fucking line and be civilians about this.
Yeah.
Bureaucrat simulator. No, I'm kidding. The line actually goes pretty fast. You hear like somebody complain about, like, oh, my ship is scuffed and it wasn't scuffed when we got here.
Oh, God.
And he's like, okay. And as you're waiting in line, you hear off to the side a couple of people talking, like a captain to another captain. Did you see that ship up in the atmosphere? Yeah, I sure did. Do you know what it is? No idea. Haven't been hailed by the Admiralty at all. Hope they're not here for trouble. Hear them kind of talking. And then it's your turn. The harbor master, you know, you just exchange pleasantries, kind of exchange money.
Oh, do we have to pay for parking? Oh, I hate this.
Yes, there is a parking fee that you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're all like, you look out over into the bay when he mentions like the fee for like staying in the bay, and you look out over the bay and note like the dozens of empty spots. You know, it's not like there are people, you know, coming here all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're not
This is
doing
why nobody
illegal
likes
means.
the Admiralty.
Yeah, they have to get their money somehow if they're not stealing from the Admiralty.
But yeah, you exchange it, and you're gonna be here for at least the night while they fix the fuel container.
Okay.
And after this, Jordan does inform you that the credits are run kind of dry at this point.
Shit.
They must have fucking raised the prices. Stupid inflation.
Is it possible for us to convert gold into credits here, or are we gonna have to hold out on that?
You could definitely do some searching around. It's a big town.
I feel as though that might incriminate us, though.
Well, I mean, it's not like... I mean, are pirates the only ones that deal with gold?
No.
Okay.
No, but
we could just do a reasonable civilian amount of gold.
you guys have the
Converted?
falsified documents too. Like, it's not unknown for cargo freighters to bring booty, to bring you know, gold, silver, basically, you know, actual money, and turn it into fake money.
Yeah.
I asked Jordan though if have our credits run dry just through the repairs, or have our credits run dry because we've got the fuel and the repairs sorted out, or just the repairs?
It's from a combination of all of it, from the
Okay.
repairs and the fuel. Yeah.
Well, it's not
Every
like
time-
we're purposely trying to stay here.
Yeah.
Do we have rations?
You have plenty of rations. You had enough rations to get to the colony of Maynerth and even beyond.
So our only problem is fuel. I feel as though we should not be... Well, I mean, it's not that criminal to change things for gold, but we can do that at a place that's far safer for us, and where we don't have to constantly remember what our names are.
That's fair, yeah. But
We
will
are
we
not
have
doing
another
this.
opportunity for
We are
this?
not doing this in front of the harbor masters. Like,
Yeah, we're not just
I
standing
assume.
right
we
in front of
we have left his vicinity, and we're like, you know, we're being normal pirates. Where we're not being stupid pirates.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're talking quietly away from the crowd as we're going, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you guys going? What are you doing?
I think it would be worthwhile to change some gold into credits just so we have it just in case. But it's up to you, Captain. Chow, you're the captain.
Thank you, Ethan, for remembering my name.
You know I have such a
You
problem
get
with
like
that.
a stray look from somebody just walking as they like overhear that, you know, but like
I know
It's
you
just
have
like a
difficulty
civilian.
with your dementia, but thank you.
the person who looks just like nods. That explains it.
Yeah. But we just a small amount, you know, just to make sure we have enough, because our lovely and well-established society here demands credits, and I feel as though we should not be, as a businesswoman, I feel as though we should not be left out cold.
That's very smart, Captain Chow. But
Thank you, Ethan. Miles, which is Jordan. Miles.
He
I'm gonna write
nods.
that down.
Yes,
I'm gonna write
Captain?
that down.
Yeah, keep track
Why
of
don't-
these alternate names. I'll write them
Yeah.
down later.
I'll go Miles Robinson. I'll just write that down. That's Jordan.
Yes, Captain Chow?
Why don't we go liquidate some of our gold?
He nods. And, you guys head back toward the ship. You get like a few pieces, like this. You know, he picks up this like really, really nice like gold cup. You know, and you're like, hold on, I need that for my.
We go, wait, no. We can't just give them a gold cup. No. Not cutlery. Because it looks
Just-
like
I mean,
we
that
just
is
stole.
that is a chunk of your assets. Is in like, you know, like basically cutlery.
It's so bad.
Because you know all heaps of pirate booty have like, you know, cups and plates for some reason.
yeah, some gold
Yeah.
spoons.
It's probably because we stole them from rich folks that have gold cutlery.
Yeah.
They like can't afford to have gold cutlery, and then we steal it from them, and then we suddenly have the gold cutlery. Haha.
That is how stealing works.
Yes. We're great pirates.
But
Okay,
no,
no.
you get some gold together. Abel, what are you doing while they do that? Miles and Shao do that.
I will stay on the ship and keep an eye out. Make sure no one's looking at us too suspiciously. Keeping the crew in line.
Okay.
Gently reminding them of their civilian names.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
hello there, Brooke. How are you doing today?
So you
We
keep
have
an
not-
eye out
We have not
On
assigned
the-
Brooke to anyone yet.
basically on what's happening in the port.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I'd like to kind of keep my eye on the ship that's up there. If I'm able to do that.
Yeah, go ahead and for everything that you're trying to keep an eye on, go ahead and make a careful roll.
Okay.
And then I'll keep that in mind. For
Okay,
later.
so that's 2 positives, a negative, and a neutral. And I have a +2 in careful, so that's a 3?
You got 2 positive and a negative though?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Math was
Yep.
so good at it. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's like
Real
the
good at
most basic kind of math is like
Yep.
ones.
Oh, no.
math. Okay, so yeah. 3.
Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Good.
So, Captain Chow, you go out with Miles, the quartermaster,
Mm-hmm.
out into the colony of Meridian. You kind of like, you make your way through the streets, and once you get in there, it's actually fairly comfortable, It's not like there's admiralty everywhere. It's like
Yeah.
once you're out of the docks, it's just kind of like a normal colony, You see just normal people going around. There's, there's like, some fruit stands, which if we know as the audience, there's going to be a chase, and that fruit stand is done.
Oh, poor old fruit stands.
But yeah, you see, there's lots of stuff like that going on.
Yeah, I guess we're looking for a currency exchange.
Yeah, and you can find it fairly quick. There's a bank.
God, more paperwork.
Yep, the bank is Admiralty run. Credits are Admiralty run
Yeah.
in general. So yeah, but you enter into the bank and begin to do all of that.
Okay, thank God. Currency exchange.
Yeah, all of this currency exchange, the paperwork, and you basically you refuel your credits, no problem. We don't need to like role play out all of
Oh,
that.
thank God, yeah.
Bank simulator.
Yeah, I don't have it in me to actually do bureaucracy
Yeah.
simulator.
Oh,
One
God,
time,
thank God.
one time in another game that I ran, I actually did do a dwarven bureaucracy thing,
Oh,
but it worked like it was a joke.
nice.
Right.
It was pretty good.
You know what? We've alienated all accountants.
We have no viewers left.
We have no
accountants were our primary demographic.
Yes, and we've lost them.
Yep, gone.
Government workers, lost them too.
Fans of D&D, apparently.
Yeah, we've lost that. Oh, huge audience. Absolutely gone.
Did you mention
All the
flat
flat
earthers?
earthers.
Yeah. All of them.
Meanwhile, back on the ship, Abel, keeping an eye on everything, you note a couple of things off on the ground, like a couple Admiralty, like walking about, a couple of them take a couple second glances at your ship and the scuff marks on the side from the battle that you never repaired from.
Yeah. Wait, doesn't our boat look like a pirate ship?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we have it in our paperwork that it's a recovered pirate ship.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the history of the boat.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the previous owners were a pirate, but
How much of a
we-
pirate ship does it look like? I assumed it just looked
I
like
don't
a
know.
galleon.
Yeah. I mean,
I
galleons look
don't
like
know.
pirate ships.
ships though, and they have like
See, that's-
star fleets. So like honestly, there's like a discrepancy there.
Not all galleons look like pirate ships. That's just from media.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're probably fine.
But this
you know,
is the future. Yeah, this is okay. We're probably fine.
we
And-
changed the flag to like it's like what, a lily?
Yeah, it's
And
like a
changing the
purple
flag
or
is
orange.
easy. It's just digital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you reckon you could upload a GIF?
I'm sure you could.
I love that.
Beyond the stray Admiralty officer taking a second glance, the only thing the thing that most pops into your head, I should say, you see on your sensors another ship incoming,
I keep my eye on it.
and you recognize it as the one that was floating up above. And looking up to the skies, you see that the ship is coming in hot. It is
Oh.
not
Oh.
friendly.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh, I warn
Ooh.
everyone. We've got incoming.
Okay.
Can I call Captain Lee? Chow.
Oh,
Captain
my
Chow?
On my phone.
I sent her a text.
It's like in proper like text speech though, so it's
Oh,
like
absolutely.
a few letters, but it like displays an entire paragraph of information. Oh, and it's also in code.
Absolutely.
Okay, so right there, you're finishing up, like, the credits are being transferred. They're kind of counting the money when you get a message.
Oh, okay. From this currency, Shane, how long do you think we have left to go from this stupid bureaucratic business?
Miles, he says it'll be another, probably about 15 minutes of this.
Okay, I let Abel know we're going to be 15 more minutes, and I ask him if that seems like a reasonable time frame.
The ship's coming in hot, so, like, that's up to you.
It's definitely not a reasonable time.
Maybe you should come back, Captain.
Oh,
Miles could probably handle himself.
No, we're not gonna leave Miles behind.
Alright.
What if we need to leave? Well, we're fucking, like, this shit's going down. Okay. I send a message, I go, prepare for a fight, prepare to, run as soon as we possibly... Oh, shit, but we're magnetically locked. Fuck.
You guys are locked in the port,
we're
and
locked into a port.
you're still down a fuel tank.
Shit. Yeah, okay.
Shit. Okay. I ask Abel to at least like go into lockdown of the ship, prepare for battle while on ground.
Absolutely.
And then I go just hold tight. Maybe get some rifles ready.
Yeah, George has his like rifle out. Like on board the ship, Abel, you see that George is getting his rifle, his like Admiralty rifle ready.
Is that
But
maybe dangerous?
He's not taking it out yet, but he's ready to take it out.
Is it dangerous for him to have that here?
No, he's a retired Admiralty
That's right,
officer.
he's retired.
He's retired. Yep.
Yeah, but the gun that George took is not one that is allowed
Fuck.
to
George,
be taken. Because
George,
George
be careful
is
with that.
a baller.
I'm putting that down next to him.
That's one of his aspects.
His aspect
Gunner.
is a baller.
He's baller.
But no, he has like a high powered like military thing, you know. It's like you're allowed to keep like your service pistol, you know, when you retire from the Admiralty.
Try to save that for if you really, really need it.
Yeah, like in the chaos.
This is my first fight, Clifton.
Okay, first of all, it's Riften. I understand that's very close, but
everyone has dementia on this ship.
He
Like, the
grumbles.
dementia
million
ship.
names.
He grumbles.
And I understand that, but still, the Admiralty is here. Let's not get arrested again.
So the ship up above swoops down in a wide berth. The wind from the galleon kind of cuts through the waves, creating little ripples. You see a couple of Admiralty ships begin to take off from the sidelines. You see like the silhouettes of their sleek designs emerging from the jungles around Meridian. Officers begin to take action as the boom of cannon fire explodes around the port. You see eruptions of sand as the cannons tear through the beaches. Another explosion splits through the city, smashing through a tall building. The bricks begin to fall to the ground as the building crumbles to the streets below.
What do you think they're doing?
What do you do?
I mean, are the Admiralty fighting them? I would think a bunch of Admiralty ships could take down one ship, but
A few Admiralty ships begin to like kind of engage with the other pirate ship.
if we have any guns that could hit from down here.
You hear the as the Admiralty fires off, you know, they have like lasers, you know, versus your guys' as like, you know, techno cannons.
Yeah.
You know, so you hear like the pew 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 in the sky.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, and you know, they graze the ship a few times, but it kind of like glances off of a shield, and another cannonball goes down, tearing through some trees down below before the ship then flies back off into the atmosphere, Admiralty on their tails.
Well,
Okay.
all right. Okay. Good job, everyone.
Nice.
We
Yep.
didn't get blown up.
We're so
Pat
good at
yourselves
that.
on the back. We handled that.
Yep. You recognize what just happened as basically, it's a pretty common like fear tactic that they were doing, you know? Kind of just laying the ground for potential plundering about to
Good.
happen.
Good.
Good.
Fuck the
Yeah.
Admiralty. Keep them on
We
their
don't really
toes.
want to interfere with that. You know,
Yeah.
it'll be beneficial to all of us eventually.
They weren't really attacking us, so, like, it's it's whatever. It's fine.
It wasn't the bastard.
No, it wasn't the bastard, so it's
Bastard.
cool.
It's all good. It's all
If
good.
it
We
was
can
the
respect
bastard-
this.
That ship
Guns
has that
blazing.
giant ruby on the front of it, dude.
Yeah.
Can't fucking miss it. God.
Yeah, we can respect other pirates, just not the bastard.
Yeah. I'm gonna report back to the captain.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
God,
and you know,
everything's
you
okay.
definitely heard that happen. There's like panic in the streets
Yeah.
now at this point.
Oh, but have
Captain.
we finished?
Ciao. Well, it was kind of put on pause with the explosions going on.
We're not leaving till it's done. I'm pulling the whole like businesswoman like mum kind
Yeah.
of thing. We're not leaving till this is done. So sit your ass back down, or I'm gonna call your manager.
Oh my god. I hate you.
Yes, nice.
But it finishes up. It finishes up. All the bureaucracy is done. You have credits, you know, in the bank now. And heading back out onto the streets, there's definitely panic going on still.
I act like a little panicked, but you know I've seen it all. You know, like the panic I'm acting is like for show.
Okay. Show panic. All right.
Yes.
So, and then you're just heading back to the ship, right?
Yeah. I'm heading straight back.
Yeah, cool. You guys head back. Abel, meanwhile,
That's me.
after all of that happened, you're still locked into place in the bay. It's not like every Admiralty officer went off chasing after it either.
Yeah,
You know? And
unfortunate.
actually, at this point, you look down and you see that you are now being hailed again.
Oh my
And-
god.
Looking down, you see the Admiralty officer down below. It's easier than yelling up, you know. He kind of like has a pad out and he's hailing you.
I give him a thumbs up and I answer.
Excuse me, Captain Chow?
I'm sorry, she's not on board at the moment. This is her first mate, Ethan Rifton.
Mr. Rifton, there appears to be some trouble with your paperwork.
Oh dear, what trouble?
Where exactly did you come from?
Where did we come from? What's a
Okay,
respect-
well, we came-
Anthony, what's a respectable port?
Yeah, we came from Holbrooke, so it's got to be near there. Think,
Yeah.
navigation man. Think.
I'm thinking.
Maybe a colony from around that area.
Tell me, GM, where did we come from?
This is fate. You can make it up.
I can't think of a name. Newbrook. Colony.
Okay, there you go.
Nice.
Newbrook. Yeah,
There you go. See? It's not that hard.
It was so difficult. That was so difficult.
it was.
Clearly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He looks down at it. We're not finding your documents anywhere in our systems.
Well, that's odd. Are you sure? I mean, no offense. Are you sure you're looking correctly? It should all be
We
in
have-
order.
Yeah, we have used these documents before with this system, surely.
Yeah, you have.
So our previous... Oh,
What-
Could you step down for a moment? Come to our offices?
Sure. I don't think that should be a problem. I'll be right down. And the call.
George puts his hand on the case of the gun.
I shake,
It's like-
I shake my head rapidly. No. Listen. I'm gonna go with them. You hold down the ship. Let Captain Chow know what's happening. All right.
No, it's
Don't
George.
I have all the paperwork? You're gonna enter this office going, yeah, my captain has the paperwork, I don't.
Hey, it's a good stall tactic if that happens.
It is a good stall tactic. Okay.
All right. Keep everyone on the ship.
George nods.
yeah,
He's
okay.
basically, third in command, I would assume.
He's like
Yeah.
the most capable. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And Jordan's out with me, so...
Yeah. All right. So I step down to see the Admiralty dude.
All right, yep, you step down. The Admiralty officer greets you, kind of tucks the pad back into his pocket. It kind of like shrinks down.
Very cool.
All awesome sci-fi style.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's got shitty early 2000s CGI. Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
But he greets you, and you head down toward the offices where they went to the harbor master there and all of that. But he steps down, and as you're walking, he mentions, I'm sorry to be a bother, but there just appears
no
to
bother
be
at all.
there was a sort of a curiosity with your paperwork.
Curiosity.
Your ship, what was its name again?
The lovely Lily.
The Lovely Lily, yes.
Yes.
It's very similar to another ship that my captain, my superior, has seen before.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh, is that so? Perhaps they're similar model? I imagine?
Perhaps. I'm sure that we'll have this taken care of in just a moment.
Oh, of course. It's no problem.
Are you enjoying your stay here in Meridian?
Yeah, it's a very lovely place. Beautiful scenery.
Have you been here before?
Have we been here before?
Probably
No.
not.
No, we have not been here. This is my first time in this port. We had an issue with our fuel, had to make a stop. It's a good place for it. There was some sort of damage to it. Not really sure how it happened. Fuel leakage, Have to get it repaired.
And where's the lovely Lily on its way to?
We're gonna go pick up some cargo in... Where's the place we're headed to?
It starts with an M.
It does. I don't remember what it's called.
Anthony, we know this. Just let us know.
I didn't write it down.
I will write it down for you.
It's Maynerth.
Please tell us.
Maynerth. We're headed to Maynerth to pick up some cargo. Bring it back
not
to
many
New Brook.
people head out that far.
We're willing to do the hard, long hauls. It's what gets us work.
Well, somebody has to.
Yep.
But you head over. You guys reach the harbor master's office, or right next to it. The Admiralty offices. You enter in at this point, surrounded by the official of the Admiralty.
Yep. This is fine. This is fine.
This is fine. I'm a perfectly, totally normal civilian. Yes.
I don't have multiple hook hands in a case on the ship. This is normal. I'm normal.
Look at my stupid prosthetic hand.
He gestures toward a chair. Please be seated. We'll be with you in a moment.
Okay.
And you sit down, seeing next to you another individual. He's kind of like locked into place with like a kind of like an energy cuffs locked to the bench, and he looks a little worse for wear. Would be the polite way to put it.
You having a bad day, buddy? I say that too. Are you having a bad day?
Not the best.
Maybe it's a rescue attempt.
And he looks down. He looks over to you. Kind of almost conspiratorially. Did you see the action out there?
I did, yeah.
You know anything about that?
Can't say that I do.
Me neither, of course, he says much louder. I don't know why I'm here.
Of course. I'm sure they wouldn't arrest you for any such reason.
Of course
I'm sure
not.
It's all just a misunderstanding.
All a misunderstanding.
Indeed.
Man's not allowed to enjoy a drink. Or 3.
Oh, of course not. There's nothing wrong with that.
Or 6. You lose count.
Indeed.
Kind of shakes his head. Rubs his temple with his free hand.
I'm sure they'll have you all sorted soon enough.
Absolutely. The Admiralty they're on top of everything. He says, still
Of course.
like loud. Leans back into you, kind of whispering again. I saw you on that ship.
What? The lovely Lily? Hi. It's our...
He kind of does he raises his eyebrows a couple of times.
He's waggling them.
I don't understand what you're, why you're doing that.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
The lovely Lily.
Yeah. We're a cargo ship. That's all we are. We ship cargo.
You ship cargo?
Yeah.
I've seen that ship before.
Oh, yeah? I mean, it's a pretty common model. There's nothing, too special
What kind of cargo?
Oh, listen to that. I mean, we take what jobs we can.
He gets even quieter. Organs?
Oh no! God damn it!
No, that's disgusting. Why would
Unless we
do
were
that?
doing cargo for a medical ship, but
Yeah, we don't do medical supplies.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure that you'll be all sorted. No need to feel any terror.
I generally don't. I mean, I'm giving him kind of like a look at this point, like a cut it out kind of look.
this boy's gonna rat us the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm giving
Son
him
of a bitch, shut up.
He's gonna he's like, oh yeah, if you let me go, I'll tell you that the lovely Lily is actually the bloody fuck you, man.
Yeah, yeah.
There's an honor among pirates.
And at this point, or what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, perhaps you should mind your own business, sir.
Okay. And as you, he kind of chuckles, and as you say that, the door kind of slides open. Mr. Rifton?
That's me.
We'll speak with you. Come in here for a moment.
For sure. I get up and go to the door.
All right. And as you head in and the door shuts behind you, what are you doing?
Hell yeah. Well, I'm heading back to the ship. And I guess when I get there, I'm gonna find that my dear Ethan Rifton is gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you arrive back to the ship, George kind of informs you, he was taken away by one of the officers.
Okay. Miles, would you like to stay on the ship for me? I will have my paperwork, and Isabel Chow, will go talk to these lovely Admiralty men and find out what they wanted. And then I slowly walk off the goddamn ship, mad as all hell, but oh boy, I've got that lovely businesswoman smile on my face.
You're ready to speak with the manager.
Yes.
You leave the ship, and as you leave, you see that the Admiralty ships that had chased off even you saw this from your position at the bank, but you see the Admiralty ships that had chased off the pirate ship that came swooping in, come back kind of overhead in the distance.
Alright, well, they're doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
A bit busy. Okay, and I head for the Admiralty offices, which I guess we saw when we went to the Dockmaster.
You head down to the Admiralty offices, enter in, you're greeted by basically the secretary, and he asks, do you have business with the Admiralty?
Yes, I'm sorry, I wasn't at my ship at the time, but an Admiralty officer came looking for me and my paperwork. They took in my second mate because I was out doing business.
Ah, yes.
Is it possible if I can enter the meeting? Because I'm pretty sure I have all the paperwork while my dear second mate has nothing.
As you're talking and explaining all of this, you do see out of the corner of your eye the ratty-looking individual, clearly a pirate.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty, unkempt hair. As you notice him, he's like staring at you, kind of like smaller in his seat.
Oh, nice. That bitch better be scared. Because, if I have a reputation as being an organ stealer, of course I'm going to use it to my advantage.
Of course.
So I give him a stare to probably the other people. I look like curious, like, oh, who is this young gentleman cuffed to a chair? But to this pirate man, he probably thinks, oh no, I'm being sized up. Like, ooh, I wonder how many kidneys I can steal from you. And then, but I'm talking to the receptionist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can I please enter the meeting so I can help out my second mate?
He kind of presses a button, says something like under his breath. You hear something else. You can't really make out the words, and then the door opens. Captain Chow.
Is this the receptionist speaking or the officer?
The officer.
I go, okay, and I turn to the receptionist and I go, oh, thank you so much, and then I enter.
You enter, you see your first mate, Ethan, sitting in a chair, looking slightly uncomfortable, I would assume.
Yeah.
At least
definitely.
you can tell that he's uncomfortable. But yeah, you see him sitting there. The officer motions toward the other chair. There was some issues with your paperwork.
Oh, really? What was the issue? And then I come down and I sit and like all lovely lady-like.
The lovely Lily. This paperwork has shown up in many ports throughout Admiralty space.
Well, yes, we do business in Admiralty space, so...
Yes, a cargo ship, correct?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure it's nothing, but our analysts have put together a certain pattern with your ship. The lovely Lily. Even, as you pulled into port, I seem to recognize certain bits of it. I'm sure it's just the model, the make of it.
Oh, yes. If this is an issue with my ship being a pirate ship, we've dealt with this before. The Lovely Liddy's a reformed ship that used to deal in pirate business. I believe a very popular actual galleon model that pirates use today. Honestly, it's fine for your confusion. We're not a pirate ship by any means, but we have been confused for one before.
Of course. And I'm going to have you make, let's have you make a...
I think it's flashy.
You want to make a flashy roll?
Okay, wait, what kind of roll am I doing?
I would say probably, I would say probably sneaky.
Okay, well, alright, sneaky.
Since you're lying.
Okay, since I'm lying, yeah, alright. Wait, okay, I'm rolling.
Yeah.
6.
So 1.
That's a plus. Oh, 5. 4. I'm just going down the number order. And a 5 again.
So 3. Okay, cool.
So 3 plus 3. And
plus 3,
I
nice.
have a 0 for sneaky, so...
Okay, so 3. He looks over the paperwork you're presenting, and he says, I'm sure it was nothing. I seemed to recognize it for a moment, but... Tell me, have you dealt with pirates in your day? Can't imagine you haven't.
Well, we've dealt with the old crew trying to steal cargo from us. We usually don't check what our cargo is, but sometimes we find it's valuable for pirates and we didn't know. But we haven't come within a scuffle in a very long time. Though, to be fair, we haven't had much business in order to, fix the hull. It's an utter shame. I mean, honestly, our fuel tank, we have let it too long without repairs and now it's broken down. That's why we're here in port. We started leaking fuel, so now we need to refuel and fix the tank.
Well, you can be on your way. If you hear any suspicious activity, don't hesitate to report it.
Oh, of course. Thank you, officer. Ethan, would you like to come with me?
Absolutely, Captain.
Have a lovely day, Miss Chow.
Same to you, officer. And then we leave this place!
Let's book it out of here.
Calmly, of course. We're not suspicious.
Of course.
But, like,
casual,
let's go!
Civilian.
As you leave, you see that the one handcuffed there, he's beginning to, like, the other officers are out there, and, you know, he's getting taken up off the bench, and, you know, the handcuffs are being put around his back, and he like gives you a wink, Abel, as you leave.
I give him a look like, what the fuck?
Shut your mouth.
Pirate honor, you fucker.
And do you guys just head back to your ship at this point?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to do anything else that might make us suspicious.
On the way, I want to make sure I tell Captain Lee about the conversation I had with the gentleman, just so she knows that we maybe should leave here, like, ASAP.
Okay, well, the plan is that we do leave ASP, but okay.
But just, like, extra.
Extra? Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Rifton. Okay.
At this point, like,
so
the work
do we have our service guy?
The work has already started on your ship.
Oh, thank God.
So even if you got unlocked from the bay, you wouldn't be able to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
no.
that going on, so.
Do we have, like, actual, like, servicemen, or did we just buy supplies in order to fix it ourselves?
It's up to you.
Okay, I wouldn't want, you know, people who might be in line with the Admiralty on our ship. So it's quite possible we've put Rufus in charge.
Yeah. All right.
Either way, it's being installed.
He's the smart one. I go over to him and I ask, okay, so Brooke, that's his name. I'm gonna write that down.
Is that Rufus?
Yeah, that's Rufus.
Okay.
So Brooke, how long are those repairs going to be?
Well, with just me and a couple of other hands working on it, it'll probably take the better part of the night, honestly.
Okay. I would request that you stay up until it is done. We will leave as soon as possible. And you can have a nap once we're up there. Is that okay?
That was the plan, honestly.
Okay, good. I wouldn't want to put
Can't
too much
stop
pressure
me taking a nap.
Yeah, good point. Even though I do pay you an hourly...
You pay your crew by the hour?
No, I'm doing
you, like,
business.
punch in?
No, I'm doing business. You know, business talk. Like, my eyes are like, you know, eyebrow waggling, but, you know.
Yeah.
I've got two eyebrows. I only have one eye.
Yeah, Rufus kind of like, you know, he puts your hand on your shoulder. He puts his hand on your shoulder and, you know, says, yeah, it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Basically, you don't need to be like putting up this front.
And then Captain Lee goes, thank you, okay. And then walks away. Okay, so his name is Brooke Johnson.
We're deep undercover.
We're so deep undercover.
There's not much that's going on for the next few hours. Night begins to come. You get the feeling that he'll be done. It'll probably take him another good 6 hours of work.
Okay, that's fine.
But another few hours goes by before you're hailed again.
Oh my God.
Again, okay. I'm there this time with Abel.
Yep.
So when we open the hail.
You're
but
there with
I look
Abel.
disheveled, like I just woke up.
Okay. You're having a good nap.
Yeah, I wasn't actually, but I'm playing it.
Okay, for sure.
Deep undercover.
Yeah, you kind of like tussle your hair around.
Yeah.
You look disheveled as you open up the comms, expecting to see another Admiralty officer. Instead, what you see is an almost jet black figure on the other end, kind of standing at your height.
Aliens.
A robot. Hey everybody, and thanks for listening to this episode of Treasure Ball. If you're enjoying our content, please subscribe, comment, review on whatever you're using. YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, all of it helps. Come back next time to see the next part of this particular story. on Monday and come back on Fridays to see Among Us. Follow us on social media. We're on quite a bit of them. Come hang out with us on Discord. I'll definitely say hi to you on there. And if you're enjoying our content, please tweet us. Tell us what you are enjoying with the hashtag DeepFriedDice and hashtag GiveMeSomeCred, and I'll shout you out on the show. Visit our website. Bunch of extras, including a glossary of this weird setting that we have been inventing just as we play, as well as character sheets and other goodies. Well, thank you for listening, and have a great night.